So I'd like to now introduce our speaker, former Governor Bill Ritter. Governor Ritter is currently a partner at Prestone Strategies. He was the founder and director of the Center for New Energy Economy at Colorado State University, which launched on February of 2011. Governor Ritter was elected as Colorado's 41st governor in 2006 and was the district attorney of Denver from 1993 to 2005. And during his 4-year term as governor, he established Colorado as a national and international leader in clean energy by building a new energy economy. And after leaving the governor's office, he founded the New Energy Economy at Colorado State University, which worked with state and federal policymakers to create clean energy policy throughout the country. Governor Ritter authored a book that was published in 2016 entitled Powering Forward: What Everyone Should Know About America's Energy Revolution. Let's give an all-America City welcome to Governor Bill Ritter.
Good evening. I want you to do me a favor. So I have a big family, and they're like, are you giving a keynote speech on a Friday night? Why would you agree to do that? And understand I've been out of office for about 14 years, and so they're like, why would you do that? I said, well, I have a lot of respect for the guy who runs this, Doug Linkard. He's a lifelong friend of mine, and I have loved the National Civic League for as long as I've known about it. It's based here in Denver. It's a great Colorado organization, but I think they won't understand unless we do a selfie with all of you guys up in the air, doing your thing, celebrating your city. So. This is where I am tonight. Thank you. Thanks. I have had a lot of opportunities to speak to a lot of crowds as the district attorney here in Denver for 12 years, as the governor. I was at CSU, ran a public policy center there, a think tank, did a lot of work with governors, gave a lot of speeches around the country. The only time I've ever been with a crowd with this much energy, everybody in the crowd was drunk. So I know that's not the case here, right? I know the reception follows this. But I've never been in a room with this much energy, and I can't tell you how great it makes me feel. So thank you for your energy. Thank you. I have to tell you, I do talk a lot about energy. I talk a lot about environmental stuff and sustainability stuff. I happened to be in Paris when we signed the Paris Accords in 2015. And my role there was to talk about the role of city and states in helping nations make their goals that we were signing as the NDCs, the contributions that we said we would make on emissions reduction. I went back to Madrid. Donald Trump was the president, so the United States didn't have a presence there, but Michael Bloomberg invited me to go with him, where we once again talked about the role of local government. So this idea of being here tonight with 20 different entities, some of you are cities, maybe towns, counties, but with 20 different entities as part of the All-American City recognition night and the awards night, it is not foreign to me because, quite frankly, there is, at the national level, as Doug Linkard said, there's the ebb and flow of leadership and belief in environmental sustainability, belief in the need to address climate action, and the lower you get to sort of the real people working with real communities across America, the more committed people are because they can see the impact and they can see the kinds of differences that they can make. We had this really interesting bit of work that I did when I ran the think tank at Colorado State University. We work with coal-dependent communities in Wyoming, Montana, Colorado, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico. A lot of these places where coal is going away. And it was just really difficult if you're working with some of the state leaders in the state legislature. But the minute we got with the county commissioner, whether it was a Republican or a Democrat, the minute we got with the economic development person in that town or that county, then we were speaking about economic diversification at the same time we were talking about resiliency. And community resiliency and climate resiliency, environmental resiliency, they're all one thing, right? They're all packed together into one thing. And thank you. And that's really the work that you do. I was asked to welcome you to Colorado. After the way you behaved, I don't think I need to welcome you at all. You feel like you're at home, that's good. Secondly, I wanted to just exhort you in your efforts because quite frankly, what Doug said about building this from the ground up, it's really true. And you know, we're going to hear a discussion about democracy. I had a chance to go to Athens, Greece last year and talk about climate and democracy. And you're like, why are climate and democracy even connected? I'll tell you, if you look at the authoritarian leaders, if you look at the worst sort of populists who are authoritarian or despotic in the way they govern, they're the ones who are hardest to convince that they need to address climate, that they need to address environmental concerns, that they need to address sustainability. In fact, like our president, they often say it's a hoax, it's a trick, it's somebody else's idea and it's not real. But when you live where you live, and work where you work, and do the things that you do inside of communities that are impacted if we don't do this work, you know it, and you get it. So that's why I'm here, and I just want to end my talk by saying congratulations, because a lot of you came from a long way away. You know, there are a lot of different cities and counties and different kinds of towns and places across America that are working on this stuff. And it's just amazing to be in a room with the 20 best in America. So congratulations on your selection. Good luck in the sort of awards programs, but I think in my mind, after looking at kind of the things that I saw on the screen, but at all of you, you're all winners. It doesn't matter kind of what happens here tonight. I don't know how many finalists there are. I think you're all finalists, but how many awards are given? What I can tell you is you are all winners, and I just ask you to keep up the work because it makes such a tremendous difference to the people, not just in your city, but to the people in this globe or on this globe. God bless you. Thank you.